Hey, you guys, it's just CJ here to do another video. And today I want to talk about 10 things what happened when you don't pray. In Luke 18 and 1, the Bible tells us that a man should always pray. Always pray. And when you don't pray, that means that God cannot uh, do anything for you, and He cannot uh, keep you from losing heart. And Luke in 6:9-13, if you do not pray, your Father in heaven, your Father in heaven, oh, wait a minute. If you do not pray, God cannot forgive you for your sin. If you do not pray, God cannot forgive you for your sin. And that's a big thing. We have to be forgiven for our sin. But if you don't pray, God can't forgive you for your sin. If you don't pray, God cannot give you your daily bread because you don't pray. You have to pray to get God to move in your direction. You have to pray. And then again, if you don't pray, God cannot forgive you for your sin because you're not praying. So God can help you if you're not praying. It's a must that we must do that if we want him to do things do things for us. Again, if you don't pray, God cannot keep you from temptation, and we all need to be kept from temptation. But if you don't pray, a lot of things can go wrong. A lot of things will go wrong, but you have to pray. You have to keep your mind and everything focused on the Lord and His will. You don't pray, uh, God cannot God cannot make you the head and the tail because all these things that God have asked you to do, you have to do them. Or not for Him to do the thing that you want Him to do, especially if you not praying. Cause prayer answer a whole lot of stuff. You can't pray for something that God not involved. You can't pray if you don't pray. I remember my mom was sick, and they gave me a call. They say if you want to see, they say CJ, if you want to see mom living, better come see her because they gave her a few days to live. So at that time, I started praying. I said, Lord, I said, keep her alive till I get down there. So I got in my car and I went home to see her. And when I got there, my sister was in the hallway. And when she said, come on, and take you in the room where she at. So she took me in the room where she was, and she said, Mom, she said, Mama, Charles is here. Then my mom opened my eyes up real big and smiled and went back into the same, like if she was just laying there, just not moving or anything. But when my sister said, Mama, Charles is here. And she opened my eyes up and looked at me and smiled. At that time, I walk up to the bed. I told her, I say, God is not ready for you right now. Because if he were ready for you right now, you would not, I never would have been able to make it to you. You would have died before I got here. So what I need you to do, I need you to get up out of this bed and go home. That's what I told her. And so I came back home, back out here. I came back out here where I live at, California, and I called home. I say, where Freddie? She said, oh, my sister said, Mama going home. I said, going home. Yeah, she going home and work, she working in the church feeding the homeless people. Okay, so that she went home and she was there for maybe like 5 years again before she had a heart attack or a stroke. So they called me after she had died the second time because they didn't put on the reparation, all that kind of stuff before so she had a stroke and died. So prayers make a lot different. And again, my sister was in Alabama. They called me and they say, "Oh, you want to see Pat, you better make it home because they only give her a few days to live." So I prayed, I said, Lord, I said, keep her alive till I get there. So I get in my car, me and my wife and daughter, we drove down to Alabama. So when I got there, my sister was in the hallway again in Alabama hospital. So she said, come on, take you know. I said, well, where's she at? So they took me to, and she was laying in bed with all them tools and all that stuff coming out of her mouth and nose. She was standing there, she was real stiff. And I looked at her, only thing I do is see her eyes moving. I said, you hear me? Move your eyes. And so she moved her eyes, and that's how I know that she was still breathing. So I walk up to the bed. I say, Pat, I say, the Lord is not ready for you yet. Because if he ready for you, you would not be here. You've been gone already. So I need you to get out of that bed and go home. Get out of that bed and go home. Because Lord has something for you to do. So don't lay in this bed and because the Lord is not ready for you. So therefore rebuke death and get out of your bed and go home. So I came back home, and when I came back home, I call. I say, well, Pat, oh, she's sitting on the front porch. And I said, so I said, give her the phone. So I gave it, so he gave her the phone. I said, hey, Pat, what you doing? She said, I'm sitting down on the porch looking at the squirrel in the front yard. Like, okay, okay, I know that's good. I said, oh, that's good, girl. So she lived about 5 more years, and this time they called me and they were talking to me about her. She had another something happened to her, and they told me that she didn't have long. So when I get down there, she's in the bed in the hospital bed with all the tubes that run out her nose and all that kind of stuff. And I woke up to her, I said, Pat, I said, you ready to go? You can go and be with the Lord, and I won't get mad with you. Because everything that she always asked me about everything that needs to be done or that she wanted to do before she did, she would ask me. And she always said, well, she asked me one time, she said, don't you want to go home and see your mama? I said, no, I don't want to go see my mama because I don't know where she at. But she said, well, don't you want to go see God? I said, no, God will be there when I get there. God ain't going nowhere. I mean, I'm not ready for see God right now. So I said, but if you want to go, go ahead. And I see you. If you there, I see you when I get there. And I walked out of the room and when I got back home, she was still living. But then an hour later, after I got back home, she was dead. She died. So I'm gonna tell you, prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. Prayer is the key to keeping God in your life. Because you don't pray, it, it's useless for God to be there. So with that, I'm gonna shut it down, and I until I, like I said, I pray for you. I always pray for you, and may God bless you and your family, and get in prayer, and hope the video helping someone. And till then, God bless you and your family. I'm out of here.